in Victoria. The government, we found out during the week, is planning to erect a bronze statue of Daniel Andrews. He was entitled to that under their rules, which says that if a premier serves for 3,000 days, they get to be immortalised. And from what I remember, Sam, when the 3,000 days came up, Dan actually said at that point that he wasn't interested in the statue.
Of course he did, because he's a good politician.
But then, of course, now he's out of office.
He's not an idiot.
Now he's out of office and away we go.
No.
100 grand, they reckon this could
Look,
cost.
so I just got back from Washington, and one of the things I love about Washington is the way they pump so much time and effort into their statecraft. They exalt their founding fathers and they mythologise them. And I would love to see Australia doing that a little bit more.
Not for Dan Andrews.
There's a however coming. There's a but coming. I don't think you should start with a leader who's so fresh. You know, you need to let their legacy marinate a little bit and see where we end up.
Wasn't this one of Jeff's ideas because he wanted to build a statue for Henry Bolte? And then Jeff ended up falling. He was accused of. That's right, and Henry Bolte was his friend. He named the bridge after him. But he. And everyone said, oh, it's just Jeff trying to sort of, lionise himself. And then after 1999, the election that no one saw coming, he actually fell short of his own target. And so there's a nice bit of Shakespearean irony about, after pride comes the fall.
I reckon it's an offence.
Sorry, go on, Evelyn.
I reckon it's an offence to anyone who had to suffer under him. I mean, he was the most locked down state, not only in Australia, but in the entire world, in all of history. People are still suffering from mental health. You've got businesses who are crashing. You've got depression skyrocketing, children committing suicide, and then they want to erect the statue of the man who made all these decisions and had the final stamp.
But there are some people who look at it.
Imagine having to walk back. Here's the funny part. Imagine footing the bill to have to clean the graffiti off.
Well, I was going to say,
that's more taxpayer money.
This is going to be, Natalia, the most vandalised statue in all of history. Like, forget about Captain Cook.
The funny thing is, I heard this news while I was about to throw my rotten tomatoes, and luckily I heard the news right on time before I've done that.
Save them for the event.
But Victorians and my friends and TikToks and Instagrams all firing up on the proposed ideas of what the statue going to look like. If you have seen the car hitting a cyclist statue version, or the Stairman Dan one. That's my favourite, when Dan falls down the
Slip down the stairs. Well, and there's also talk about whether or not he should have his North Face jacket.
If they don't have the statue of him in his North Face jacket, they are artistic cowards.
Indeed, and I think there needs to be a... the little dog... Those who live in Sydney will know down by the QVB, there's a little dog and you can press the button and it's John Laws's voice. I've never met a dog that talks with John Laws's voice before, apart from that one. But when they do the Daniel Andrews statue...
Hang on, how many talking dogs do you know?
Look.
One that sounds like Alan Jones, one that sounds like Ray Haddad, and one that sounds like John Law.
Back in your university days when you were, experimenting with drugs, you may have met a few talking dogs.
Oh, yeah,
I don't know.
All the animals.
But the Daniel Andrews one needs a button that when you press it, it says, everybody right to go, because that is just seared into my brain.